The cognitive behavioral health course is going to be filled with a lot of high-level clinical jargon, but we're going to take it slow and step by step and talk about things through some general terms so that way we can better use these strategies throughout our recovery process. Module 1 is going to be a strategy called REBT. It's an acronym that stands for a lot of fancy clinical words that you'll read about during the module. But in general, what it is taking the way that we respond to events or things that happen to us and making it to where we stop and think before we respond. Module 2 is going to cover dealing with negative past events by providing you with some helpful strategies that you can use to better process some of those thoughts and feelings. Module 3 is going to cover cognitive restructuring. This is essentially a fancy way to say reshaping or rebuilding your thoughts and your thought processes. So it's going to start by identifying those maladaptive or bad thoughts and then help you challenge those thoughts and behaviors to make them more positive. Module 4 is going to cover successive approximation. This is essentially setting a series of smaller goals in order to tackle a larger goal that you have in mind. Module 5 is going to cover self-confidence and self-esteem and why they're so important that you have both. Module 6 is going to touch on anger management. It's going to talk about the feelings of anger and how you can use self-relaxation and meditation to better handle and use those emotions for positive things. And Module 7 is going to talk about graded exposure for fear and anxiety. So graded exposure is basically like tiptoeing into the pool to see the temperature of it rather than jumping in feet first into something that might make you more nervous or anxious.